Previously on Long Live the Queen.
All of Nova depends on us. On you. I have come to pay my respects in honor of your mother. You have no respect or honor. It's because of you and your powers that my wife is dead.
What?
Your line has been traitors for 200 years. I won't have you corrupting my daughter.
You heard my father. Get out, leave, and don't come back. My lady, couriers have arrived from the Duke of Sedna. We have a Duke of Sedna? Oh, what a beautiful necklace. Something sparkly will make me feel better. Your mother wielded the power of a lumen, as have the kings and queens of Nova before her. Now that she is gone, that responsibility falls to you. Her crystal power is now yours. My father said I shouldn't get involved with magic. The Krakens. I can teach you to control your powers, but first you must seize your birthright and become a lumen. My father said I shouldn't, and I trust him. You're trying to corrupt me. Leave me alone. Oh, your highness, what a pleasure it is to meet you in person at last. What your description did not do you justice. I was so pleased to hear that you had accepted my humble offering, a jewel for a jewel, but you are the more precious.
Alright, and welcome back to Long Live the Queen, Upsiders. It's been a long time, and I feel like we're finally ready to decide on this. Thank you all for your input. It has been very helpful in making this decision. Alright. Most of you all said accept the offer, so let's see what happens.
I would be honored.
Elodie, your grace, are you not aware that my daughter has only 14 summers?
It's my decision.
A betrayal though only, of course. There's no need for hurry. You have your coronation to plan for, after all. If I might be of service in any way, please send for me. I will be happy to offer my protection or advice. Well, I honestly expected to, like, game over there for a moment, but, I guess not. Well, okay. So, cheerful, yielding, and lonely. Yielding, lonely. More willful. Sitting in on court sessions is not fun at all, but it pleases your father, and it may be important for your future. Alright. Well, let's get back to classes, shall we? Let's see, what have we been doing? Military, logistics, and composure. You study the kinds of equipment that soldiers need available, such as bedding, weapons, armor, medicine, bandages, and the tools to repair anything damaged. You're strapped into tight, heavy armor and made to walk around in it, learning that any attempt at sudden movement will catch painfully or trip you up. Slow and steady is the way to go. Your teacher smears your body and clothes with strawberry jam and makes you walk around like that for hours, facing the funny looks and snickers aimed at you without hiding or becoming angry. You are requested to stand in judgment. A woman has been convicted of attempted murder and requests the mercy of the crown. Your Highness, this slattern dares to beg pardon when she admits that she tried to poison my sister under her own roof.
Which sister?
Coruscant, the Duchess of Mead. Is she alright? She is unharmed. We caught the culprit in the kitchens before anyone could eat her foul spew.
Well, what do you have to say for yourself?
It's just that it is. Them devils killed me brother and broke my mam's arm. Lied to her, they did. When she went to see why he'd never come back, said he'd gone for a soldier. When he never would. We weren't the only one neither. I waited 10 years for my chance to get me own back. That's justice. You see, she's completely unrepentant. Hang her and be done with it.
I don't know what this is all about. Either way, murder is a serious crime, but...
Oh. This is an even harder decision than the last one. So... Okay, so the woman tried to poison the person that killed her lover, I guess? I think that's what it said. I'd say that's, fair. So I'll imprison her. You have tried to murder a noble of my domain, and I have no reason to believe you wouldn't do it again. You will be imprisoned for the rest of your life. You'll not have me! All of a sudden, she breaks loose from her guards and rushes at you. In your court dress, you are unarmed. You grope for a weapon and find only a heavy golden ornament which you hurl in her direction. Your missile flies wide of its mark. Before you have a chance to do anything else, your personal guards step into action, cutting the woman down before she can endanger you. Her lifeless body lies bleeding on your carpet. Clean that up. Well, okay then. Okay. You wander through the parts of the castle where other people rarely visit but find little except spider webs. Yuck. Well, that was a pretty intense moment. Strategy and elegance. You study military recruitment and the importance of training and motivation and making soldiers who can trust and depend on each other. You learn about how units reinforce each other in the field, gaining strength through proximity and the covering of weaknesses. You may now tour the barracks on the weekends. You are strapped into a corset and hoop skirt and practice walking with these. The corset makes it hard to breathe and twist, and the skirt sways out of control if you move too rapidly. Practice graceful arm gestures for every motion, from offering your hand for a kiss to taking hold of a banister at the stairs. Practice eating slowly and with a minimum of mess, chewing each bite a set number of times before swallowing. As you are walking one day in the gardens, you hear a strange sound and look up to see an owl flying overhead. A single dry leaf flutters in its talons. That's funny, I thought owls were nocturnal. I guess I was wrong. When you return to the castle, your father is waiting for you. There is a woman here to see you. She wishes crowdfunding for a project. Thank you for seeing me, Your Highness. I come to you on behalf of the people. I wish to build a hospital where any citizen afflicted with disease can be brought for treatment. Putting all the sick people together, wouldn't that make them die even faster? We are not interested. Great. Well, I guess, hey, let's go tour the barracks. You are impressed by the discipline of the Novan troops, but the responsibility for their lives weighs heavily on your shoulders. There are approximately 9 battalions and 2 platoons under your direct command. Swords and strategy. Too yielding to focus properly. Study the effects of different kinds of battle terrain for both offense and defense. Okay. Remember that the Festival of the Good Lady is approaching. There will be public celebrations for the commoners, followed by a grand gala for the nobility. As queen, you would be expected to lead the procession and take part in the ceremonial planting, possibly give a speech. Since you are not yet crowned, it is not required and may not be safe to expose you to the public. What do you mean, not safe? Outside the castle, you are less well protected. If anyone means you harm, think on it now, decide later. There is a letter for you as well. It's from Brioni. I went to school with her, but she's a couple years older than me. Her mother is a Duchess of Mead. She's complaining that her mother still won't let her come home for the holidays. Apparently her uncle Kivan has been acting strangely lately and shouting at shadows. She's bored and looking for an adventure. Well, I don't have any to suggest to her. Back to court. Okay. I'm really good at that. Conversation I'm not good at yet. Or any physical at all. Or a little bit of intellectual. I guess let's do that since I guess there's a speech that might be coming up soon. Practice tongue-twisting sequences of syllables to improve your enunciation. Take deep breaths and practice speaking loudly and clearly, projecting your voice to every corner of a room. procession and planting for the Festival of the Good Lady. Will you be leading the parade? If you have any concerns about your safety, please stay here. The people will recover from disappointment. If we lose you, there is no recovery. I will lead the parade. I'm not afraid. I'm going to be the best parade leader ever. My little girl. Wear your best gown for the occasion, then walk slowly through the town with your attendants. It would not be appropriate for you to wear a sword, but you do walk with a sturdy golden scepter that's taller than you are. You can tell from the excited murmurs around you that the people are impressed with your queenly appearance. At the end of the route, you help the priestesses turn over the earth for the new tree to be planted. Then the new life is blessed, and all the attendants join in song. The procession regroups to return to the castle. All of a sudden, there's a faint rumbling noise from under your feet. The newly planted tree in front of you quivers, and then out of nowhere, a spurt of water comes up from the ground, spattering you and the assembled crowd with droplets. Just as quickly as it began, it vanishes. The priestesses try to calm the crowds with talk of omens and natural eruptions, but they can't halt the whispers.
Dark magic. That water tasted of salt.
Walk in the gardens, I guess. A walk in the fresh air helps you forget the burdens on your shoulders. And the fact that, crazy things just happened. Yes, back to, I don't know, I just think that I'll do it to, become an awesome military leader. Are you ready for the grand ball? All the nobles in the domain are here to see you, to see their queen. You finish dressing and descend the stairs to make a grand entrance. All around, the rich and powerful pause in their activities to gaze upon you, the ruler of them all. You let your eyes rest upon each in turn as you have been taught, impressing upon them that you are not a child, but a queen. Father waits for you at the bottom of the stairs and offers you his arm. First dance is for us. He guides you gently around the dance floor, never rushing you. It's fun to dance with your father, but the look in his eyes is so sad. After this, you must choose your own partner. There are a number of men who hope to catch your eye. The Duke of Kaigal alone has brought 3 eligible sons, all near your age. But I'm already betrothed to the Duke of Sedna. That does not bar you from dancing. Dance with suitors, I guess. You look around the room at all your possible partners, which is to say, everyone. No one may begin dancing until you do. You can pick whomever you want, and you will not be denied. About your age. You approach Lindley, the second son of the Duke of Kaigal. He is about 2 years older than you, and he was always nice to you at school. He bows to you with great courtesy, and you begin to dance. Dancing with a real partner feels quite different from dancing with your father. You knew his steps like a part of you. Now every move is a mystery. Unfortunately, you lose track of which steps you're supposed to do when, and trip over your own feet. Oops. Between the dances, there is time for the guests to mingle, chat, and sample tiny bits of exquisite food. During a lull in the music, Banyan, the Duke of Murray, taps an elegant fingernail against a wine glass, letting a clear note ring out through the room. If I might have your attention, I believe we should offer our compliments to our lovely hostess. Her bravery and courage keep our boarders defended. Everyone applauds politely. As the gala continues, you take the opportunity to observe nobles that you rarely see. There's Gwenelle, for instance, young lady of Sudbury, only months older than you and due to finally inherit control of her duchy soon. Or Adele, the youngest daughter of the Duchess of Lilla and a fierce sportswoman. She was a few years ahead of you at school, an absolute terror of the ball fields. Well, there goes my friend, I guess. Strange that there's no sign of your cousins, though. Shouldn't they be here? Your aunt and uncle are here, of course. It would be scandalous if they hadn't come, Merva being so close by. It's nice to be able to enjoy time with friends and family, isn't it? Alright, well, that was eventful, wasn't it? Alright, well, Upsiders, I think that's all the time that we have today. Stay on the upside of things, subscribe and like if you enjoyed the video. Thank you.